I'm Nathan, and today we are going to show you how to assemble your Blocksy. This would also apply for Blocksy Mini because the Blocksy Mini is the same steps, it just is a smaller unit overall. So for your Blocksy Mini people, go ahead and watch this and apply the same principles to yours and we will be good to go. Ready? First thing that I want you to check for is to make sure you've got all the units you should have. So you should have 2 back cushions that look like that. You should have 2 large 5-inch cushions that look like this. And then you should also have 2 3-inch cushions. So a total of 6 pieces of foam to go along with all these vinyl covers. So you're gonna have, that's my daughter. You should have 2 back cushions. These are gonna be inside out. Which is correct, don't worry about that. And then you should have 2 really big kind of book fold pieces. So this is gonna be, you can check and see the seam to seam to make sure you've got 1 5-inch foldable cover and then 1 3-inch foldable cover. And if that's what you've got, then you're ready to start. Okay, so I'm always a proponent of starting with the hardest unit of the set first. So in our case, that's gonna be the 5-inch cushion. So grab your big 5-inch pieces of foam and then your large piece of vinyl that from seam to seam is 5 inches. And we will start with that one. The first thing we gotta do is unzip it. So to unzip it, you just need to find the zipper. So in our case, it's here on this side and then here on that side. There's a chance it could be somewhere in the middle as well. Just find it and then go ahead and unzip it all the way around. Okay, once you've got it unzipped, just a couple things that I want to point out just right away. So the first thing is you're going to have these corners. You see how that corner is coming in a little bit at the moment, which when you stuff it, it will end up looking like that. So first step is to go ahead and make sure that all those corners are popped out so that you've got a nice squared edge along each corner. Okay, so you can just do that along all of the open sides first. And then the other thing to notice is on the inside seam, outside seam, inside seam, you've got this little flap. And so I'm gonna show you that once we get the foam in, just for appearance sake, it's always good to make sure that when you stuff, that flap is pointed into the edge, not into the face. Otherwise you're gonna get the seam kind of waving through a little bit. It's no big deal, it's still functional, but just for appearance sake, if you care, make sure that the flap is pointed towards the edge, not towards the face. All right, so you're just gonna set the big piece of foam inside of the cover. There's really no art to this. It really just kind of takes some patience. You'll notice I'm doing this on the floor, which if you've got a really big table, that's probably ideal, but if you don't have a really big table, the floor will suffice. But because this unit is very large, it is good to have space. Okay, so I've got it in there. Now is the time to go ahead and check that seam if you are interested in that. So you're just gonna kind of peek in here and make sure that that seam, see there's a little spot there where it's gonna try and come in. So I'm just gonna make sure anywhere that I can that that inside seam is facing out. The other part about doing this that's helpful is that you can be sure that it is actually centered inside of that cover. So now that I've got that all set, I'm gonna zip this up. So you're gonna take the big flap and put it this way and then begin the zipping process. So again, there's no art to this either. And once you get it started, it really goes a little bit easier. You're gonna have spots that it's best just to kind of push your thumb in and then go, push your thumb in and then go. But otherwise, zip it up. Okay, so the 5-inch big foldable piece is all done, and as I said, that's the hardest part. So all we've got now is the 3-inch foldable, and if you're Blocksy Mini, you don't have that unit anyway, so you can even just speed you can just speed right through this. But we're just going to do the exact same thing with these 3-inch thick cushions that we did with the 5-inch. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of it. so we just have these back cushions to go. And again, these are inside out, so that is a good thing. That's okay, don't worry about it. So first thing I want you to do is make sure you know where the zipper is. For me, the zipper is in the middle. And you can just tear those teeth apart. That's no problem, it's designed to do that. So make sure that it's fully unzipped, but still inside out. Zipped all the way into that corner. Now, so this is how it's going to end up going down, but we're doing it inside out. So flip it this way so that you still got the straight edge, even with the straight edge. You don't want the angle to be coming down this straight edge. So once you've got those straight edges, this corner right here matches up with that corner right there. And then the same thing on the other side. The corner matches up with the corner. And what you do once you've got your both hands on those corners is you just start working it down against the table. And if you get some puckering in there, it's easiest to do this now. So with your fingers, just stick it in there to pop out those corners and give you those nice straight corners. So then you just continue to work it around inside out to right side out. And you got it.